Hi there, we're here on Friday afternoon with the latest on our new system we're now watching here in the southwestern Atlantic, Potential Tropical Cyclone 9, currently located about 55 miles to the east of the eastern tip of Cuba. The system's been gradually getting better organized today, but not yet a tropical depression, but we are expecting it to become a tropical depression or tropical storm within the next day or so. In the short term, we now have tropical storm warnings in effect for the central Bahamas, tropical storm watches in effect for portions of the northwestern and extreme northwestern Bahamas. So we could see tropical storm conditions develop in these areas as the system moves northward through the weekend, through the central and northwestern Bahamas, well to the east of Florida. Another threat that's ongoing is very heavy rainfall, especially in portions of eastern Cuba, where we could see isolated rainfall totals as high as 16 inches, and then widespread rainfall amounts of 4 to 8 inches through much of the Bahamas could cause some flooding issues, and especially there in eastern Cuba could see some life-threatening flooding conditions as well. Also heavy rain still lingering across portions of Hispaniola and Jamaica. If we zoom out and look at the longer term track forecast for this system, we are expecting it again to move through the Bahamas through the weekend and then take a north-northwestward track towards the coast of the southeastern United States. By the time we get into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we expect the steering currents to weaken quite a bit, and the system is expected to approach the coast of South Carolina at a very slow forward speed and could stall out or move erratically here all the way from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even beyond. But we are expecting the system to become a hurricane by early next week and approach the coast of South Carolina as a hurricane or strong tropical storm as we get into that Monday to Tuesday timeframe. Now we know with slow-moving storms, heavy rainfall is a significant threat. We don't know exactly where that heaviest rainfall will occur, but that would be in addition to some of the heavy rainfall we're seeing across portions of the southeastern United States this weekend. So everybody along the coast of South Carolina, North Carolina, from Georgia, all the way up into the southern mid-Atlantic states is going to want to pay attention to the forecast for this system as we go throughout the weekend. We could also see wind impacts and dangerous storm surge impacts across portions of the southeastern U.S. as well. So just finishing up with the key messages here on this Friday afternoon, this disturbance is forecast to become a tropical storm this weekend, bringing tropical storm conditions to portions of the Bahamas, as well as heavy rainfall across portions of eastern Cuba, Hispaniola, Jamaica, and the Bahamas through this weekend. There's an increasing threat of heavy rainfall early next week from coastal Georgia through the Carolinas and into the mid-Atlantic states, which could cause flash, urban, and river flooding. And this system is expected to be at or near hurricane intensity when it approaches the coast of the southeast U.S. early next week, where there is an increasing risk of storm surge and wind impacts. Residents throughout the southeast U.S. coast should be monitoring updates to the forecast, ensure they have their hurricane plan in place, and pay attention to any advice you're given by your local officials. So we'll be here throughout the weekend monitoring this system at the Hurricane Center. You can come back here at Hurricanes.gov for the latest. For information from your local National Weather Service office, you can find that at weather.gov. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Brennan at the National Hurricane Center.